Okay, good morning, boys and girls. Oh, that's so sweet. Now, what I'd like for you to do, first of all, is open up your phonics book. Open up your phonics book. And Chandler, do we have a leader? And Kylie will come around and get your homework. Now, see, there's no date on this. So I don't know it's Chandler's. I can't check it. Be sure your name's on your homework. And Chandler and Kylie, do not take the papers unless you see a name. Everybody, here we go. Whoa, Everett, boys and girls, we don't have coffee. 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me.
1, 2, I'm looking at you.
All right. At this time, you need to get out your phonics book. Stay with me. At this time, boys and girls, I want you to tear out. I want you to tear out 2 pages. Well, no, just tear out 67. All right. It looks like this in your phonics book. Page 67. And then place your phonics book in your desk. And I'm going to ask James to read 67 for us.
A place in space. My name is June. Is that say June?
James, you want to come to the front of the room?
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Just listen. Thank you. All right, second graders, let's get settled here a moment. Feet on the floor. Hands in my lap. Sitting up straight. Oh, like it like that. That's so nice. Now, when someone has the floor, you're very quiet and you're going to listen with some. See, don't anybody drag your chair because it makes noise. Okay, excuse me for walking in front of you. Go ahead, dear.
A place in space. My name is June. Does that say June? Does that say June?
Come here, baby.
My name is June. I like to gaze at the moon and stars. Once I saw a comet, black
Long name.
maze across the sky. I know a lot about space. I can name all 8 planets. I can also name their moons. Some planets are huge. Some planets in space.
Someplace.
Some places in space are very hot. They are hot because they are close to the sun. Others are very cold. They are cold because they are a long way from the sun. I know that Mars is called the red planet. Someday people will take a trip there. It will be a long ride. Then they will make another long ride back home. I hope I can take a trip to a place in space.
Wow, let's give James a loud clap. Y'all, Raise your hand if you think you would like to one day, okay? Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Now, boys and girls, let me just show you a couple of things. If you will turn this paper over on this side, see the back side? We are talking about soft G and soft C. And we actually have been talking about that since the very first day of second grade. Now let's go over this important rule. What is it, Marcy? Yes, we can. Now, I hate to erase this beautiful horse, but I need to use the board. So let's look up here and look at this rule. Boys and girls, the first rule is talking about GE, GI, or GY. GE, GI, GY. Normally, most of the time, G says what sound? Go. For go. 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 That's what it says. Go. Go. But, listen to the rule. If you have a GE, a GI, or a GY, the G cannot say go. What does it have to say? Jump. Right. Right. In the words that we're going to show you. Look at these words, class. What is that word, class? Gem, like a gemstone. And that word? Strange. See that? The E after the G, making the G a soft. Jump, jump, jump. Not a hard go. Let's look at another word. What would that be, boys and girls? Ginger. Jump, jump, gin, jump, jump, ger. And once again, this is a great example because it has G-I here and G-E here. Someone is talking. I cannot teach and have that noise, so please stop that. James, pay attention. Yes, real quick. Okay, now let's look at the last word. G-E-M. There's your E again. Boys and girls, when Miss Biddy drops a piece of paper on the floor, you should, or your mother drops something in the kitchen that's not hot, you should pick it up for them, okay? That's just nice manners. And it would have been you or you, person closest to them. What is it? Well, thank you so much. I like your little mask. Now, does everybody understand that the soft G sound is jump? The hard G is go, go, go. But ja is soft. The next rule, so important. We just have to know this so well that we don't even think about when we're reading. We just know it. Look at this rule. Whenever you have C-E, C-I, or C-Y, the C normally says what? Like, what does it say in this word, boys and girls? I'd like a piece of cake. You don't have permission to do that. Come sit down. You're not writing now, Bryce. Have a seat. Come, cake. That's the hard sound of C. The soft sound of C is what? It says S. C is the only letter in the alphabet with no sound of its own. And so it always has to borrow the sound of K. But if there's an E, I, or Y after the C, you have to go all the way down to the letter S. Okay? Let's look at some of these we have a C-E-I or Y? Yes, what?
Nail.
What would this word be, class?
Circle.
Circle. Right, circle. Let's look at another word. C-E-I-R-Y? Rice. Hear the S sound, rice. You don't live in the country, you live in the
City.
city. You might want to ride a motorcycle. C-E-I-Y. These are great examples. Now you have a yellow box. In this yellow box, you have several words. What is that, class?
Sand.
Cent, like 1 penny. What about this?
City.
Oh, that one really breaks the rules. What is G-A-T-E?
Jail.
G-A. Not ja. There's not an E-I-Y by the G, so it's just regular G. What about your next word with an E? Gem, right, it can't say go. Next row, this is the gemstone, boys and girls. And you work out at the what? Gem. What is this word? See, look at Robert R. Spelling the A, R, jump, because of the E, jump. And this word, rice. And nice and rice. What's this? Oh, it is nice. Very good. I thought it was rice. What is this? Place. And one more with the soft G. The actors are on the Now, the rest of this, listen to Miss Moody. The rest of this is homework. Let me show you what you're going to do. We're not doing it now. This is just a little bit of homework. Raise your hand if you're going to watch Miss Moody's TV and listen and say, oh, thank you. Give yourself a pat on the back. Y'all were so good to me. Let's look at soft. See? And number 2 says soft G. All they want you to do is look up here. If you have a CE, a CI, or a CY, they want you, anywhere there's a CE, CI, or CY, they want you to write it on this line, like cents. But if it has a GY or a GE or a GI, which you would write it on this line, like GY would go here. Not come, it doesn't have a CEI or Y, does it? No, ma'am, it doesn't get to fill that line. And here, you use one of the words in parentheses that you would like to say. I have 10, and then these are called parentheses, class. Set or 10 cups. That means pick one of us in my pocket.
Is it gonna be like a right or wrong? I'm sorry.
It's going to be a circle, the right answer. James, do you have a marker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to come up here and circle the right answer?
Yep.
finish this part tonight, and let's open up our book to a great story. This is yours. We're not talking to do this. Now, who can tell Miss Moody what page our new story is on? Hollis? All right, let's take a look here now.
Can we put our phone? Are they moving on from Three Wishes to a different story?
You're moving on. Boys and girls, I've got a little bit more noise in here than I can handle. I noticed at the end of the day, did you know that's why we always have math and reading at the very first beginning of our day? Do you know that? Do you know why? Because people, adults like Miss Moody and children like y'all are your best early in the morning. And your most difficult subjects are reading and math. So we always need y'all to do those first. Because, excuse me, somebody interrupted me. That sort of hurt my feelers. What do you want to tell me? I'll be okay, I think. Now, excuse me, Miss Moody's turn to talk. What I'm trying to tell you is, today we couldn't do our reading, Everett. Quit talking, Everett. We couldn't do our reading and our math first because we had a special visitor on campus with our animal show. So we had to do it when it suited Miss Moody and Miss Patrick later in the day. Excuse me. Yes, Kylie?
This story isn't that long.
It is not at all. I'm glad that you noticed that. Sally Ride was a very long and very difficult story. Three Wishes was a little long, but it wasn't difficult. This one is just a great little 4-page story, okay? And what's the name of it, please, Madison? Taylor? Okay, boys and girls, Miss Moody has older ears. You have to be so quiet. You quiet Peter, I can't hear. The goose that laid the golden egg. The boys and girls, this story is what we call a fable. It is not a fairy tale. Who can raise their hand and tell me what? You don't know what I'm going to say. Don't ever raise your hand until I finish the question. Who can raise their hand and tell Miss Moody what a fairy tale is? Okay, Charlotte. Very good. It's just for entertainment. Like Cinderella, Cinderella, Cinderella. And there are magical pumpkins, and there are turning into carriages, and there are mice that turn into footmen, and all kinds of things. And magic wands. It's a lot of magic. Okay? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. So, a fairy tale is entertaining and fun, Everett, and just something. Everett, I'm saying your name because I'd like you to turn around. And a fable is different. Now, in a fairy tale, animals do wear clothes, like the little mice all dressed up. They're so cute. But fable, animals wear clothes. And that's called personification, when animals take on human traits and characteristics. Tell me, though, the biggest difference between an entertaining, fun fairy tale, Kari, and a fable. What does a fable do that's different from a fairy tale? They're both make-believe and have animals that talk, and we know that's not true. Malachi?
It teaches
Well, a fairy tale is not really a normal story, it's just a fun, entertaining, magical story. But you're right, a fable teaches you a lesson. It's gonna teach you something. Uh-huh. Just put it right up here. What is it, dear?
We bought my cat a Halloween costume.
Okay, now does that have anything to do with our paragraph? Let's state, our paragraph is talking about fables and what they teach us. What do you need? Okay, that's about our paragraph, so. All right, will you let me know about that? Yes, go ahead.
This story is kind of fiction because no goose could lay golden eggs.
First of all, yes, it is. Fairy tales are fiction, so are fables. But Sally Ride was a whole different kind of story. Who can raise their hand? Okay, what was Sally Ride? Yeah, Bryce?
Non-fiction.
It was non-fiction. That means it was true. But Walker, specifically Walker, what kind of story was it? It was her. It starts with a B. Big.
Oh, I know what it is. Bibliography?
Bibliography. Right. Bibliography. I think you would get that a little confused with bibliography, I think. Bibliography.
I thought it
That's
was
right.
biography.
Okay, I thought somebody just yelled out without raising their hand, and that sort of made me sad. The word is biography. A biography is a true story of a person's life. Now, this is a fictional story. It's a fable. So, Jordan, what's it going to teach us? Is it going to teach us a lesson? I hope it will. Now, fairy tale is really just going to entertain us. But a fable will still teach you a lesson. Raise your hand if you know the fable called, the title is what's the title of it, Walter? Why y'all raising your hand before I tell you the title of it? You don't even know. Malachi?
The goose that
No, I'm getting ready to ask you if you know a fable. And you're raising your hand and telling me you do, but you don't even know the name I'm going to say. So I don't understand why you have your hand raised. The fable is The Little Red Hen. Who knows the Little Red Hen fable? Okay, Braden. And the Little Red Hen, who does all the work? The hen, the mother hen. And do the other farm barnyard animals help the little red hen? Do they help? They do. Okay, you don't know it? All right, that's okay.
I know it.
Well, it's a great story. The little red hen wants bread, and she asks the farm animals to help her pick the wheat and grind it and make it into flour and bake the bread, and no one will help her. Not I, said the goat, not I, said the sheep, not I, said the lamb. So she does all the work herself. Then it's time for the bread to be eaten. And the little red hen says, who will help me eat the bread? Bryce, don't you? Who will help me eat the bread? Well, they all are like, I will. And she's like, you couldn't help me do the work, you will not get any bread. So Mother Hen and her chicks, her little babies, ate all the bread.
Yeah.
So what is the lesson in that, Walker?
Help people if they need help.
Miss Mandy, she's ready to quit.
Oh, wow, okay. Help them if they need help, but So what we need to understand is the lesson in the Little Red Hen is if you're not going to get something for nothing. If you want, you need to help other people and share in the work in order to get something. Okay, boys and girls? So who can raise their hand and tell me what, okay, what is it? What is it? Boys and girls, y'all have got to listen to Miss Moody. Raise your hand, you don't even know what I'm talking about because you're not hearing my question. Who can tell me the lesson of the Little Red Hen? Malachi?
It's something like if you don't help someone on something, they can have something to do it.
Right, you don't get to share in the good stuff if you don't help do the work. All right, boys and girls, this has been a discombobulated day. Things a little mixed up, but tomorrow I'm so excited about starting the goose that laid the golden eggs, and we are going to find out, it's a fable, so is it going to have a lesson? Yes, ma'am, it's going to have a lesson. Now, I need to get back to my class, and we'll do your homework. We'll read the stories. Tomorrow there is. Next Friday there's no school. Bye, y'all. Miss Moody loves y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you for extra help. I'll see you for extra help. Yeah.
The story's called The Dinosaur. It's about me. Do I need extra help?
I miss you. I love you.
Am I going to do for